Hey, y'all, Kiki with Hemi. See if it's popping up over here. Got some goodies. This time we actually do have ancient cosmetics. I went and got them out of the mailbox. And I got to have my mama bath. Hey, Star Power Blue. Thank you. I'm glad you're on. We're going to do your reading. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone who waited. I ended up having a lot of mama stuff, mama duties last night, and it took a long time. Hi, Ryan. Yay, finally on. Yes. Or is it Ryan? Ryan? Um, yes. Hey, she's feeling better. She is. For those of you who hadn't seen the other live, she had like a allergic reaction, and so we had. It's Ryan. Okay, so we had to monitor what she was eating. So we couldn't. It was like in a soup, which is like worst case scenario because you don't know what the hell it is, right? And so we had to like monitor a lot of what she was eating, and that left with not so much she could eat, and so she was feeling not only getting that out of her system but wanting to eat her comfort food. She's an earth sign, right? They like what they like. So we had to go through seeing what she could eat, and so now she was able to get a lot more of the baby foods, as I call them, the stuff that she likes, and so she's feeling better. And it's clearing out of her system. She had a ton of energy, y'all, and she's really, hi, Tosh, hey, he said, hi, Paige. I love it. Yes, so she's very active, but she's very tall for her age. She's like as tall as like a 3-year-old right now. So and she's just she's not even like halfway through this month. She'll be a year and a half. So yeah, we had to go and be chasing her around. I was telling Matthews, I was like, it's like that cartoon where the baby is like destroying something, so the other characters run to stop them, and then they're like, wait, where'd the baby go? And then the baby's up on the roof, like tearing something up. I swear. I ran in the kitchen. I was like, you can open these drawers. They don't even have handles on them. And I was like, oh my gosh, she can open. Like our drawers are hard to open, y'all. I can't. I'm like pulling on them. And so then I turn around and she was up on the couch on the living room on the other side. About to get my tea. I was like, going over there. Look, trying to work out what? That's my workout. Chase Baby Magic workout. Yes, but we're happy. She's dancing and singing and playing and just surprising me all the time with words and in all different language, sign language and everything that she's picked up and that she knows. So she's doing a lot better. And she finally went down for her nap. She was a little bit like, I don't know about this at first, but now she's sleeping. So I finished editing. I changed the thumbnail for the live. I hope y'all like it. I found that little aquamarine. Did you see the aquamarine? I'm a Pisces, so I was so excited. She's 17, like 17 and a half months. Yeah, almost 18 months, a year and a half. Yes. Your aunt's baby's like that too. Hi, Holly. Yes, she does. She has so much energy. So, but she's so wise with that Capricorn, and she has a lot of Scorpio in her chart. So she'll be serious about things like, hi, Phyllis. Yes, like she'll be serious, like, excuse me, mama, I'm figuring something out. Like she really wanted a screwdriver or something. I was like, what you gonna build? Capricorn, what you building? Yes, I would love to have another child. Not right at the moment. You're Capricorn too, so you understand, right? She got plans. She got things to do. And she really does have that kind of mindset on things. Oh, thank you so much. A mom voice. Yes. Cappy Moon with Scorpio Sun. Yes. You got stuck at work. You want to say your very life, savor your life. Oh, so glad I got this talk to you and stuff because I need some answers. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're so sweet. Yes, so we have two readings. So yes, last night, baby was just she wasn't feeling all the way well yet last night, and by the time she was done and fell asleep, look, I thought like I was putting her to sleep. I woke up this morning, y'all, knocked out, and I was like, oh man, I was supposed to do that live. So hi, Desire. Is it Desiree? Desire? Hey. Yes, so when you guys send in the payment, please comment in your comment. How do you pay? Yes, in the description box, there's a link to Cash App and to PayPal. So you can send it to either one and then just comment in it. Um, your question is weird. Okay, let me get into it because everyone's coming. And then when we have a little break, we'll do a general poll and we'll do a little ancient cosmetics haul. And I'll show you what I'm drinking. I got some tea over here. Okay, so first we have Star Power Blue, and we have, so since you're on, I'll go ahead and do yours. And we also have one for Kimberly. She's doing an astrology question. So yeah, y'all can ask astrology questions if you want me to take a look at your chart and pinpoint some things, see how this eclipse is going to hit your chart, something like that. You can also do that for your reading. All right, so I have your question here, Star Power Blue. Actually, let me ask you, since you're in here, did you want to keep the same question or do you want to ask something different? Do we put the question in the Cash App description? No, I can't see it right now because that's what I'm recording on. Great question. So if you could actually put the question in the chat and then in that same comment put that you paid, that would be great. Thank you. Yes, same question for Star Power Blue. All right, great. I'm going to go. I have the other window open to where you commented on the other video. Thank you for doing that. Okay. How will my ebook do? Yes, when on publishing them online, what's the outcome? I love it. Yes, go ahead and send a link whenever you do it. You can comment it on any video or in the live whenever you get your book published. Okay, I think I'm going to do a community post and just say, everybody comment your business links here so we can all join in and support each other. Okay. For Star Power Blue, how will their ebook do when they publish them online? How will Star Power Blue's ebook do when publishing online? How will Star Power Blue's ebook do when publishing online? Okay. We're reading with the Orisha Tarot. Today we have Queen of Swords reverse. We have the Nine of Swords reverse. We have Temperance reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Ten of Cups reverse. Tower reverse. Okay, I feel like whatever disasters that you're worried about happening, that you're going to circumvent them. I think it's good that you're going to publish yourself because Temperance is here reversed, which is Sagittarian energy, which Sagittarius rules publishing, the ninth house. And we have the Queen of Swords there. So I feel like this internalized energy of taking more control yourself and doing things yourself, as much as it causes a bit of stress, it's a good move because then we have the Eight of Pentacles. You're Sag rising. Yes, you carry that energy. Perfect. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here, you putting in the work, but it's saying, okay, stay on top of it, because this Eight of Pentacles in this deck is a reminder to not walk away from the projects that we've done. So it's like stay every marketing opportunity, check every box, do everything that you can. Look, I understand as a business owner, you guys see I just now put up thumbnails for my lives. Come on now. So it's like you're gonna have to really stay on top of everything and check every box and really pay attention. But then you got the Six of Wands, which is like, this is a good move. That's that victory parade coming back towards you, that you are taking the right path and the right road. Ten of Cups reverse, I actually see that as a lot of love coming for Spirit, and I see that as more ideas actually coming in, more inspiration. So if you've been like worried that, oh man, this might be my only idea, I don't know what I'll write about next, or I don't know if those will flourish as well, it's like, no, take your time, really nurture this project, because you will have other ones that will come. You don't have to attach that stress or anxiety to the situation. Also, it's kind of like that, what is it, flourish where you're planted kind of vibe, where it's like start with people around closer to you and your local connections, and then work into the international mindset. Because sometimes we think so big that we're like, oh my God, the whole world hasn't responded yet, and we overwhelm ourselves, right? So start with the people that you know that are your fans, the connections that you have, and grow it out like that, kind of like a spider web, like how they grow, you know, line by line by line, right? Yes, but it's saying there's no need to worry. And it's saying there's no need to like keep re-editing or overly analyzing yourself or rehashing to yourself. The tower's reversed, so disaster is not going to strike. You're fine. Let me see what you're saying over here. Okay, okay, good. Yeah, but it looks good. Six of Wands. That's what we want to see. And it's not the end. It's definitely not the end of the road for you with your work. So I'd say keep going. Yes. Oh yeah, because you have another work too. You're gonna have another. I think you're gonna have another work because we have the King of Swords reversed on the bottom. I feel like you're just gonna be dropping them like it's hot. A baker's dozen. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. I love the readings that are like, you don't have to stress. Like, yes, we love those. That's what we need over here, okay? Yes, yes. Okay, I'll wait to do Kimberly's just in case she comes on a little bit. And so let me go back up and do the reading. Let's see. Actually, there's a lot of requests. So whoever is next in line, could you just, like when I'm done with the reading, if whoever's next in line wants to comment that you paid and what your question is, that would be great. Hi, Amder. Oh, actually, Amder, yes, you had a question that we get to. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm sorry I couldn't. Yes, yes. Let me get some of my tea while I wait for that to pop up. I'm drinking yogi tea. It says women's moon cycle, but I put folks' moon cycle because, you know, we don't need someone to tell us what our anatomy is. But this helps. It has, let me show you what it has. It has all organic stuff: fennel, ginger, cinnamon, chamomile, raspberry leaf, anise, dong quai, chast root, juniper berry, and parsley. So super packed with good things that are for like the womb and the yoni area. And it really does help because that's where I have my medical stuff that I talked about. And this really helps. Today was a tough day. Your internet cut out. What did you say? Oh, Amder, if you want to put your question down in the chat box, I'll do yours right now. Yeah. Hi, Hope Floats. Hi, Christine. Hey. Yes, it's so good, isn't it? Yeah, definitely raspberry leaf, nettle, and rose hips. Those are so, so good for your womb and yoni area. And if you experience pregnancy, like you can drink rosehip tea while you're pregnant. Still check with your doctor and your healthcare provider. But my friend who's a doula, she wasn't my personal doula. She's in a different state. Now she's in a different country right now. She would send me some fresh rose hips. I do feel like it regulates pH. And actually, one thing I want to show you guys is this gentle herbal yoni bar that is from Ancient Cosmetics. It is amazing. I used it today and I even put it under my arms too because, you know, pH. And I was like, do I still have armpits? It's so fresh. Like everything is so fresh. So I can't wait. I'll do this question and then I'll show you my Ancient Cosmetics haul. I'm always having them because they're really good. And right now they had a free 4-ounce scrub. If you did a purchase today, I don't know if they've run out. I think they might have run out, but check just in case. I know with my friends, certain browsers, it was showing up, in certain browsers it wasn't. But they always do like free samples and they're big sizes. So I'll show y'all. But I want to show you the thing that I got today for everybody on my tea. Says your great happiness is based, oh, can you see that? Your great happiness is based on the warmth of your heart. Aww, Divine Rebels. If y'all notice, oh look, I gotta show you because I'm such a Pisces. Look at my big, it's like my aquamarine goblet of tea. I have to put it on the floor because I'm not trying Mercury retrograde and eclipses, having it up here by my electronics, okay? Doing one with okra, letting it set. People have differences whether they use like 20, 21, 22 pieces of okra, but that's really, really powerful. It has a consistency once you let it set and kind of squeeze them into the water, kind of like aloe vera does, but that's a really, really good one to do. Or with it too. And that's what Baby Magic and I have been doing. Okay, so question for Amder. This question is from Roman, actually. His question is, what should I appreciate it. What should Roman do about his job situation? What should Roman do about his job situation? Whoop. Ooh, we got some good cards. We have the Star. We have the High Priestess reverse. I love that it's the cowries on this one. Isn't that so beautiful? We have the World reversed. A lot of major arcanas, huh? Nine of Wands reversed. The Lovers. So many major arcanas, big moves. Ten of Wands reversed, which is funny because that's what I was thinking, or what I was feeling when I saw the Nine of Wands, is I was feeling the Ten of Wands and the King of Cups. So I think that it's time to find a job or career that you love more, because I feel like it's like a big part of how you identify, and it's something that's very important to you. Or if you're currently in a job that doesn't reflect the career that you want to have, it's time to realign that. It looks like you're taking on a lot of burdens and a lot of stress, and that somehow your current job might be triggering things that you haven't had time to heal. So, we all go through things that we quite often have to compress kind of for the rat race of life, and we don't have time to sit and heal and work through the fact that we went through food scarcity, or that we went through an abusive relationship or things like that, and we kind of compress, and then when we're in a work environment we don't have the healing that we need. So I'm seeing that you might be getting some kind of triggers and stuff from your current job environment that is not allowing you to get that deeper healing that you need. And with the King of Cups here, you're very sensitive and very loving energy here with the Lovers too. So it's important that you're around others. Sorry about that, y'all. Can you hear me now? Everything else retrograde. Let's see if I can see the screen. It's going to give me a commercial. I'm refreshing here so I can't see your chat for a moment because it's taking its sweet time. I'm back. Okay. Mercury at it again, right? Back at it again with the retrograde. Damn, Mercury. Okay, everyone's like, it's been back, but then mine was buffering. Look at that. Okay. So, yes, I feel like it's sorry, y'all. You missed some. Yes. Okay, I did pause because I noticed that my phone was cutting out the screen. So, yeah, but I feel like Roman, you have a very loving, sensitive energy. You're very sensitive to your environment, and I think that you want to have self-expression and acceptance and nice some niceties like respect often gets you into a place of fear and you're not sure how to react. So it could be a good time to either, if you do like the career that you currently have, it would be a good time to, if you can't change the people around you and heal the situation of the interactions and things, to maybe see about going into a different division or promoting elsewhere within that area. But if you're currently searching for a job, or currently like just not satisfied at all with your career path, it is time to make that move and go down that different route. Like, you should be happy and celebrating and joyful with the job that you and they're fine as long as they're making money, but you really need something that is part of your expression, something that is part of your passions, and that your spirit really connects with. And if you're with doing something that's against your morals, or that just isn't your passion in life, it can really wither away at you very quickly. So I always tell people, like, maybe you want to be like a big photographer. Well, get some job, something that has to do with photography, and don't like set your boundaries on what that is, and don't shake on that, and only look for jobs in that area of work. So that's just an example. But if you want to own a restaurant, if you feel like, okay, well, I can't just jump straight into that, well, get yourself something that is getting you towards that industry, towards that job that you want. So you're on that career path, and as you're moving forward, all of your energy and your creation energy is going towards that, because I feel like that for you, your career has to be something you really, really love. So it is a good time to shake it up and to change up. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so you don't have to, let's see, I'm thinking about astrology. Sorry, my astrologer brain started ticking. So like Mercury retrograde's coming up. moves. So give yourself a few weeks maybe to think about it, to make your shifts and then implement them after Mercury retro is out of retrograde. Let me get the exact date for you. You hear my little typing? I always think of my daughter now because she has the cutest little serious typing when she tries to sneak on my computer. Like she just has her like boss baby mission she has to complete. Um, You guys, I use the web browser Ecosia, and they plant trees with the ad revenue. And I've helped plant 666 trees just by searching on the web through this browser. So I'll put it in the description if anyone else wants to use this browser. Google has enough damn money as it is. Might as well do something that is helping our environment. Okay. July 7th is when it officially goes into retrograde, and it won't be out until August 2nd. So if you want to make a big move, I would wait until after August 2nd or even about a week after that. Otherwise, you can, if you're going to a previous job, like if you didn't like a job and you want to, or if you didn't like this job, you want to go back to a job that you loved, Mercury retrograde is a good time to go back. The exes that are coming back, y'all, don't get me twisted. Fixing things that can be fixed. Let me clarify. Yeah, but you have tons of beautiful energy. And like I would look at your astrology with the star card because I feel like your career path is something that is important to your soul's achievements. And whenever you get out of alignment with that, you're really like, this is like a soulmate person. Important. This is again Akashic records, looking at past lives, looking at what's important to your soul, your astrology. That's where you have to be in line. You might even not have the best partnership or find your soulmate if you haven't found them already, until you get aligned with what it is that you really love. Everything's going to come into sync with that. So yeah, I would even look up your astrology and find something that's really career energy. For or for like your phone or tablet, the app. So who is next? If you want to drop your, I want to show you the products, but I know we have a big queue for reading, so I'm like, which one? Paid, Odara. Okay, what is next for Odara and love? What is next for Odara and love? If y'all want to hit the like, that would be great. Whoop. There's one. Next, because there's a lot of chat for me to scroll through. Okay. Hey, hi Mary. Thanks for stopping in. What is next for Odara and love? Thank you, Amder. You're always showing love. I really appreciate it. Let's see. We have the Hermit. Look, don't you like throw the whole tarot away. You ask about love, you get the dang Hermit. Come on now. Let's see the whole story. Let's see the whole story. Got Knight of Cups reverse. Yo, I'm telling you, for years I would get the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles when I'd ask for love, and I'd be so mad. But you know what? I was single for mad years. It was true. Nine of Cups reverse. I'd be so mad. Four of Cups. Like crying, eating my ice cream. Tarot, you don't know me. Little sucker face buster. The Hangman. Four of Swords. Reversed. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower reverse. To be honest, you might not like the sound of it, but I feel like your guides, your ancestors, they're going to set you out. They're going to be like, okay, there's the dating game on the bench. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Nine of Cups. Reversed. Four of Swords reverse. They're like, we know that you want to come off the bench in this dating game thing, but it's crazy out here. Like... We're trying to prevent you from getting this tower situation. I don't know if you've been dealing with a Pisces, or there's going to be a Pisces that comes around that you're like, see, I'm trying to look, let me get my trident. See, I'm trying to peek out of the hermit woods and be like, maybe I should date. And they're like, no, bat. Don't do it. It's the tower and the fire. Okay, don't go for this Pisces. I'm a Pisces, but hey, I'm telling you, don't go for this Pisces if they show up. Oh, you found me via email. Okay, for the PayPal? Yes. So it looks like there's going to be a break. There's a need to heal and kind of get replenished, and there's more spiritual things. There's going to be a lot more spiritual things that are going to come through for you. I feel like until probably about Pisces season, which is, ooh, that's till next March. Next February. That's sooner. February. Okay. I don't think there's going to be a serious, intense partner coming along because they're like, we need you to feel 100 to get back in balance. We're dropping all this wisdom, all of this, spiritual stuff, all this spiritual game. And we just don't want any of these kind of messy people rushing in, rushing out. Like I said, self love, and it's feeling, that we're filled enough and we can give to others without a fear of being tapped out or misused. And that's reversed with the Four of Pentacles. And see how the coconut's cracked open? So you've given them a lot. It's about to get on my nerves. All right, can y'all hear me? This thing's about to get on my nerves over here. Buffering. Yes. Hi, Leanne. Great. Yes, you can send in a payment and then comment that you paid and put your question in the chat. We have Ryan. We have Tosh. Okay. So let me get back up here. So after Odara, I'm like, we love you, Odara. Don't worry. We have Tosh. It is a bit more buffering today. You're 30 seconds behind. Okay. No worries. Yes, Tosh, did you want to drop your questions? And while I'm waiting for Tasha's questions, I'm going to go ahead. If everyone could hit the like coming in, that'd be great. Thank you for those who have. I'm going to go ahead and draw us a general. This is for those who have liked or commented on the video. We have Virgo. Ooh, who's dealing with the Virgos? Didn't we get Virgo last time? Look at Virgos in the mix. We have the planets. Ooh, Sun in Virgo. So if you're Virgo, listen up big. We have the 10th house. Okay. Virgos especially, but for all of us, it's time to be about our business, career. Midheaven means our reputation. And with the sun there, we have bigger star power, like, celebrity energy. It's easy to get fame when you have sun in the 10th house, but if we're not aware of it, it can be easy to get infamy, okay? So it's kind of like cultivate your reputation, cultivate the legacies that you're putting out. So this is for everyone. Again, general reading if you're just coming in, but pay attention to like how you serve face to the world, not just to the people who are, that you're meeting actually face to face in your life. What seeds are you planting? What are you planting for future generations? What kind of ancestor are you? What side of history are you on? Our 10th house tells us about our legacy that is left once we passed. Okay, it's a very important part of the chart. It also tells us about our image, or the words that precede us before we even walk into rooms. How are we being spoken of? And so right here it's saying to handle it like a Virgo energy. It says the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So that's a lot of information. So making sure we still have some humility, even though we got this big sun energy going on. Okay, we could be coming off as hesitant to the goals and things. So others knowing that you have that star power energy and that you're worthy of, it says, your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny, knowing that you're destined for great things because we have achievements, your status in the outside world. So you might be being a little too humble sometimes. You might be being a bit too hesitant. So find the balance between, like, having a humbleness of heart, but still being able to put yourself on and put yourself out there, okay? And being confident and self-loving. The sun, Leo, is here in the zodiac to remind us to love ourselves. We don't shrink for anybody. There's no, if we're in a good space of love, then we're never in ego. If we're loving ourselves, we don't have to worry about, oh, I should shrink because somebody else is going to be mad at me or something. That's not true, right? And so a lot of mutable signs like Virgo will go through life feeling that way. So if you're watching this, this is saying, no, if you're loving yourself, you don't have to be ashamed that you're being successful, that you're making money, that you're feeling good about yourself, that you think you're gorgeous. You don't have to be ashamed. That's not bad ego. That's self-love. And the more that you have that, the more that you help the whole vibration of the planet. But you can have humility in other ways, humbleness of heart, where you always remember to see how they're bowing down. You remember to meet everybody on the levels that they're working with and not turn that critical, it said discrimination, right? Discriminating, not to turn a discriminating eye to someone just because they're at a level you just left, or just because they have a different style of rocking their life, okay? Yeah, so be diligent in creating your image, be diligent in your career and in the achievements that you want to conquer. Have long-term goals. This could even go into Aquarius energy because we have the astronaut there. And try to have more pleasure and do it without it being so painful and having so much punishment to yourself, being overly critical, okay? Yeah, but big vibes. Big vibes for career for everyone watching. All right. Okay. I'm not seeing chat. Is everyone chatting? I'm not seeing any questions from Tosh. Okay, so we have Hope. Yep, I see you, Hope. So I don't know if I'm behind, but I'm not seeing any questions. So I'm going to go ahead and read Hope's for now, and then if Tosh is ready after that, we'll go to Tosh. So for Hope floats, I'm frustrated because I cannot connect with spirit. I'm ready to give up. Need guidance. Aw, that does happen sometimes. Okay. Guidance for Hope floats about connecting with spirit. Guidance for Hope floats about connecting with spirit. Guidance for Hope floats about connecting with spirit. Okay. We have Knight of Wands reversed, Justice, Eight of Cups reversed, King of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Three of Cups reversed, and the Chariot. Okay. Yes, so you still are divinely connected and you're fine when it comes to karma, if you're on the right path, all of that. With Justice there, you're okay. So you can alleviate yourself of that burden. With Chariot on the bottom of the deck, you're on the right path, you're doing good, you're doing great, don't worry. Yes, I do see that there has been that pause here with the Seven of Pentacles, and that's reversing. So you're going to start having more clarity coming in. I'm sure these eclipses and all this is going to kick some things into overdrive for you, but it is a bit like introspective. It could be how Pluto is retrograde right now. I did see the Judgment card reversed while I was shuffling. It didn't come out in the spread, but it, they showed it to me real quick. And so it's kind of like you're at the part of the journey where the seed is in the soil. And so the whole time that the seed is in the soil, the sun is still important to that seed. It still needs to heat the earth. It still is feeding down vitamins and nutrients, but the seed can't see it, right? But once the seed hits the surface, then it can actively drink and actively communicate with the sun itself. That some plants even follow the sun. And that's kind of what I'm seeing as the visual. Oh, look, I didn't even see that part right there. I was just going with what they were showing me in my mind's eye, but right there we have the sun coming down and we have this reversal of the seed process. So that's basically what's going on right now with spirit. Sometimes we don't see how spirit is affecting us, how they're helping us, what the connection is, but they're showing me that they're helping you in very practical ways. With the King of Pentacles, it might even be physical things, what you're seeing, what's going on. It might not be in kind of the more woo-woo ways. I'm seeing the Knight of Wands reversed. It might not be flashy ways where it's like, woo, I got my skin got hot, or, oh my gosh, this candle is talking to me and flickering all over. It might not be dramatic, showy ways right now. They're kind of in day-to-day ways, connecting with you by maybe trying to help you get your finances together, or encouraging you to eat better, or letting you connect with like the trees outside that are beautiful. It's in a very like focus on this realm kind of energy. Oh, thank you. I love this deck. Yes, the Orisha Tarot. Yes, I love it. It's really, the guidebook is so good and very explanatory of what the cards is and the culture behind it, the whole Orisha culture and everything. So I really recommend it. Um, yes, so don't worry and feel that you're out of touch. The spirit is still there either way. Now with Three of Cups reversed coming from spirit, I do see that you will be having enough downloads than you can handle, and you do have probably at least 3 guides or ancestors that are with you and connecting with you. But it's kind of, you're at that phase where they're like, we dropped a lot of information on you. Now we're going to see how you walk it. All right, we talked it to you. How are you going to walk it in your day-to-day life? They're walking behind your bike as you wobble along without them holding on to it, trying to learn how to ride, okay? The Eight of Cups is reversed. So one of the things too is, what do you let go of? What advice do you take of theirs about how to move on and move forward in certain situations? There is that energy of maybe that you're not moving forward in certain things that you can. In a lot of areas you're good and you're doing well, but you might hesitate kind of at the crossroads sometime and be like, maybe I should do a U-turn, maybe I should pull back around. And they're like, nope, keep going. So they're teaching you that part of the spiritual journey that reminds you that you have free will. It's your incarnation, it's your body, it's your life, it's your money. And how are you going to use the information that they've taught you? How are you going to implement your free will? And so they're letting you see how strong you are and how valuable your free mind is as well. Okay, you took shrooms and hugged a tree yesterday. Oh my God. I was feeling that so strong. The trees, the trees, the trees. They're like, no, literally, like Bohemia, the trees. There you go. So, and that's a beautiful spirit, is our Mama Earth, right? And actually, that's the next pick a card. Surprise! Is a Mama Earth reading, just connecting with her again. We haven't done one for a while. I've made that my morning routine to hug a tree. I cried the first day. That's so precious, isn't it? Trees are so amazing. I love them so much. Like, yes, yes. So everyone go hug a tree friend after this, okay, Divine Rebels? Yes. The neighbors might look at you like that's weird, but later you're going to see them sneak out and try themselves. Yes, I love it. And you're in Aries too. Hope Floats is in Aries. I'm a Pisces. I do have Aries in my chart though, yes. Yes, so that is the reading. They're definitely there. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. And who is next? Tosh, do you have your 2 questions ready? You're a Libra. That's why I was like, the decisions, the crossroads. You're like, no, come make the decisions for me. And they're like, you can do it, baby. Isn't that so sweet? Remember, we're the little babies of all our descendants, or all of our ancestors. We're the baby descendants. Yes. Yes, I do have Aries. Yep, I do. You're right. You're right. Yes. Okay. So, Tosh, if you're ready, you can drop your questions. If not, who's next? Who's next that's paid? Just comment that you've paid and drop your question, please, because we've had a lot of chat, so it's easier if it's down here at the bottom. Whoever's next. Sometimes people are busy or have to click off for a minute, so... Oh, there you are. Yes. Okay, so Tosh is in the house. We'll do your questions, then we'll do a little bit of the ancient cosmetics, and then we'll continue down the line. What's Kenneth feeling towards me currently in terms of romantic feelings? He's ignoring me right now. He might be mad. Oh, I'm Pisces and he's Scorpio. We are co-workers. What are Kenneth's feelings towards Tosh right now? What are Kenneth's romantic feelings towards Tosh right now? What are Kenneth's romantic feelings towards Tosh right now? What are Kenneth's romantic feelings towards Tosh right now? And then we have Mary J next. Okay. Oh, and we oop, but this is like a oop, cute oop. Knight of Cups. Okay. Look, what you cooking in the kitchen? What's that? Was it I be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby? What are they cooking up with the Empress? Okay. And we have the Eight of Wands reverse. See, I told you they were moody. This is a different energy already. King of Pentacles reverse. The Eight of... Look! One card's cooking and the other one's bringing a plate of food. I hope they ain't a kitchen witch, right? They come with some cookies. Hey, I made these for the office, but no one eat them but Tosh. We have the Star reversed and the Sun. Okay. I think they're feeling a little bit silly about how they have not been communicating. Look, the other bottom of the card, the Fool. That's how the cover, the box looks too if you're getting this deck. The Fool card with the Sun. I feel like whatever their little issue they've been struggling through, I still do see family stuff. King of Pentacles reverse. They do. They have family things that they've been distracted with. But now they're like, man, I've been pretty cold shoulder, and they get warm fuzzy feelings from you. So the Pisces card over here, we have that Pisces there. And so they're interested and they are trying to figure out how to communicate again. Because you know how that feels dumb? Have you ever done that? Like you ignore someone and then you're like, shit, I actually want to talk to them. Okay, raise your hands if you have Aquarius placements. You got sassy and called him boring. Everyone's telling me I look real cute today. Not sure if he know. Oh, he noticed. Do you see that, Empress? Look. They're like, do you see it? Someone probably told them, do you see how cute she looked today? She looks so cute. And they're just like, well, damn. You right, she do. Yes, but honestly, I would tell me if he, like if there's an office party or if he suddenly brings food or if he starts asking you what you're going to order for lunch, because there's something like in his mind, that's a scenario he's thought like as an icebreaker is something about food. Because I'm seeing that she's offering food to the Sun right here. A plate of food's offering. There's food over there. I don't know. Did you bring some food? And he's going to try to come and tell you, oh, that food looks good. Something. Did he forget his lunch? Or you're just looking like a snack? Yeah, we do have this Pentacles card. He almost is seeming more like a Taurus right now. But you got his senses, that attraction that's there. Yeah, because the Star reverse is where we could have had a connection with somebody, but we turned it down, or we're not connecting. It's not done away with, but we just didn't connect, right? We let it go to voicemail kind of vibe there. And so spiritually, he's aware of that. Like, oh shoot, like his spirit knows that he should connect with you, that you guys have a good energy. With the Star card, that's a healing connection. That's something that's positive and good. So I feel like even on a friendship level, he knows that that's a good vibration that's there. The Empress is good for sensual energies that he has towards you. But we have the Eight of Wands reversed. So that communication not being there. And he definitely doesn't know how to respond when you pop off at him. Like he's just like eats his words, stutters, doesn't know what to say, like an earth sign, not like a Scorpio. I wonder his chart now. I'm curious. Does he have Earth? Does he have Aquarius? But yes, I think too that he might be trying to find your social media, because I'm seeing that internet, this Eight of Wands in this deck really usually shows the internet, like the World Wide Web. So I don't know if he's connecting with you or trying to find you in some way on the internet, but I think that's a thing. But no, his feelings are definitely there. We have the Sun card, the Fool card. So again, he still does see you as very youthful and younger than him in some way, or he might feel just a bit bashful and like his own youth, his own being green around the ears is showing. But if you want to connect, if food seems, bring up food in the office or tell everyone to have a party with food or something, because that seems to be the way in. But you definitely have his attention now. Yes. That's the thing. Doing readings on people who, like, look, us water signs, I confess, being one, it's hard because people have different moods, right? Fire signs are the same. We talked about people who have like moon in the third house, even people who have 11th house placements. It can be hard to read them sometimes because they just change all the time. And you're like, man, I thought it was me and it was just you having a mood. And now you're back. No one was up. All right, we'll do Mary J's real quick because I see the question here, and then we'll do the ancient cosmetics. Yes, I'm still on. Hi, Christina. Okay, Mary J said, I'm a Taurus, he's a Leo. Tell me the truth. Do I stay or do I go? Okay, we'll do the truth, Mary J. With the Taurus and the Leo, does Mary J stay or does Mary J go? Okay, so it's enough. If you heard that that was my tummy, I did eat. I had a little vegan chicken thing and some curly fries. Okay, we have Temperance. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the Hermit reversed. We have the Devil. And we have the Tower reversed. Go. Yeah, you go. I see the fear, that fear of being alone, that fear of crossing the road, that fear of taking a different route in life and seeing, and it makes sense. The crossroads quite often are the scariest thing to us, that change, doing something different. I've noticed, just a tarot reader's note, when temperance comes up and relationships are having difficulties, usually it doesn't bode well. Temperance is where we are blending things that are different and we're trying to make something beautiful out of them. But when it's shown with rocky cards or in a relationship that we know is unstable, it usually means that we end up looking for it elsewhere, or the partner ends up looking for it elsewhere, or that it's just not going to mesh. It's like trying to make, and it looks like you've been waiting, or I meant to say waiting, but it's that came out waiting a long time, but it is that feeling that you feel like you've been wasting your time or wasting away, because we have the Nine of Cups reversed, feeling drained, feeling like, man, I put so much into this and I haven't been getting what I deserve. The Nine of Cups reverse is like, you're not getting what you deserve too, not just what you want, but like what you fundamentally deserve as a human being, as a partner in this relationship. You know, you're just tapped out. Like no partner should ever take away our Nine of Cups. All right, here's word to that. Firstly, and then we have the Four of Swords reverse, and in this case I'm feeling like just this exhaustion, like the most extreme, feel it in your bones, spiritual, emotional exhaustion. The Tower is reversed, and I see you, Ryan. Yes, so we can do, second question for Tosh. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Then we have Ryan, and we'll do Desire. Thank you guys for letting me know. You knew it, Mary. Yes. And with the Tower reversed, it means that things will just get worse. Because right now you can do it without a tower hitting, but if not, we have the Tower with the Devil that will hit. And Spirit's advice is they're saying, ancestors, spirit guides are not co-signing this relationship. No, they want to help you break the bonds of this. You might also want to do spiritual cleanse and stuff from it, but they want you to, find that courage and bravery to move on to something better, take a different road in your relationship sector. So that's just, and it's very human. We all go through that fear of coming out of that relationship and trying something new and having to be the hermit for a bit. But it's going to be a lot better doing that, because look at those green grass. Look, the grass is greener. Okay, they say the grass is not greener. Yes, sometimes it is. Let's start with that. Yes, so better skies, better sky, better life moving forward. And definitely call on ancestors and spirit. They'll help you. They'll help you break whatever ties have been there that have made it difficult. I do see that. They will help you. Spilled a whole bottle of Dove's ink. Oh no, first world witch problems. Hurry, what spells were you going to use it for before it dries? Get them all done now. Okay, second question for Tosh. Also the 18 plus feelings I have for him right now. I love the 18 plus feeling. is is it one-sided? Because I'm feeling all sort of feelings right now. I feel like here's this 18 plus energy. I love how you say that. The YouTube version. Okay. Are the 18 plus feelings that Tasha has for Kenneth the Scorpio one-sided, or does he also have 18 plus feelings? Okay. Face is like like he's trying not to. The King of Wands showing up. And remember, that's what he had. Look, I would swear that he's a Taurus today. What is his chart? We have the Hierophant. We have the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Page of Wands reversed. Sun reversed. Is she not bringing food to him right here? What did I say? There is definitely a sensual connection. There's an attraction that is there, but in true Scorpio fashion, I see him like a hold on it, like turn off the faucet, monkey wrench that. We ain't about to do that because the Four of Cups reverse, wanting to take that opportunity, like he can feel it, like the blood, look at the blood flowing, the pumping going on, and then he's like, oh no, I'm a Scorpio. I'm not gonna feel that. I control what reactions I have to people, right? He just tries to turn that pump off. Okay. And I think part of it is because the emotional connection's not there. So is that, well, if I don't think you like me, then I'm not going to be attracted to you, right? Scorpios do that. Scorpios out of like, I do have Scorpio in my chart, so I ain't hating, but out of revenge can like, you said looks like a murder scene. Oh, the carpet cleaner. I thought you meant this card. Scorpios just out of like feeling jaded can be celibate for 10 years out of spite. Like they have that vibe. And so he has the Page of Wands. Like he ain't going to let his little Page of Wands or whatever size, I ain't saying, he ain't gonna let that have any fun right now. Okay, let's say it that way. He's still waiting. He's just like, I don't know about this. Like he likes what he sees. He feels some type of way when he sees you, but he tries to close it down until he knows. Because the ego with the Sun reverse, he has that ego. He's not going to try to be, almost like that Leo energy too, where if Leos don't think you're feeling them and they thought they dropped a sign or something, or just if you don't in general think they're amazing, let's tell the story. They'll close it down. I'm not going to be attracted to you. No, I can't. And so that's how he is, but kind of emotionally. So yes, there's attraction there, but no, he's not going to allow himself to indulge in it and fantasize about it until he feels like you guys actually would have like a rapport or some kind of care or something of that nature. Yes. 18 plus. Okay. Sorry, disappeared for a bit. Excuse me, it'll still be on there if you watch it back a few. Okay, so for Ryan. What was Ryan's past life? Who was Ryan in a past life? Who was Ryan in a past life? Who was Ryan in a past life? Okay. I thought so. I saw it. We got the High Priestess with the calories. I was like, are you going to jump out? Or are you not? The Three of Swords. Eight of Swords reversed. Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Wands reversed. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing you be a spiritual person. Tower reversed. And the Hermit. This is very clear. It's funny because this is the story that a lot of people, if they're interested in being a spiritual person, they want to have this kind of past life, but they don't always, even if they say they do. Okay, psychics know the tea in the spirit world, but you do have a spiritual life of being like a priestess, somebody who, this is you, as we would say, like getting your head. So like in a lot of spiritual traditions, you have like a deity or a spirit that connects with you and kind of crowns you. And having that connection, I did hear it happened early in life, that you got your connection with the spirit world and that you were very chosen in the spiritual world. As we see with the hermit here though, and with this reaction from the people around you, I get with the Tower reversed, I don't feel that you were actually killed because of this, but you were definitely ostracized. The Six of Wands shows us that you weren't very celebrated for the gifts that you had. It wasn't something that people trusted. With it, the Eight of Swords, I think you decided like, I'm not going to be afraid of this, and I'm going to work through the pain that I've gone through because of this, and feeling ostracized. I do see being betrayed by a lover because of it, and perhaps family as well here, or it could have been yeah, because it happened when you were younger. Okay, yes. Okay. But I'm seeing that's how you made your way. You know, you still had people who would come and seek you out, as people do when they're really going through things, when they had difficulties. And it's almost like that under the table work. So people might not have admitted that they came to you to get workings, and you're like, I don't care, you have discretion, who are you going to tell, kind of thing. But you had that power, definitely a power of divination, and a power of I feel like knowing people's destiny. It was more like a seer and more like a diviner energy here. Oh, I'm missing out on the chat. Let me come down and see. Yes. I still am accepting questions. Yes, Jasmine. You're welcome, Tash. Yes. Oh, I'm glad, Mary. Yes. So you definitely, that's probably why you're drawn to this right now. You definitely have those traits and gifts. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of signs in your chart. Let me see. Oh, you know what? They're like, hello, that's why we had you bring this deck out. I'm wanting to see the zodiac energy that you carry in this life. Okay, yes. So it's like you did have a strong Pisces energy in that lifetime. And we're probably a Pisces. We have the High Priestess card here as well, which was the first one down, which is also a card that can connect with Pisces. As something that was your main thing. I almost see like a resistance to that, where you're like, no, that's not my thing. But if someone really, really needed it, you would do it. But you were more hands off. You were more like the kind of person who just sees things and communicates, kind of channels things in, and wanted the people to go and do their own journey. Almost like almost like when you watch the movies and and is a little bit cryptic, and then it's like, okay, get out. You had that kind of vibe. Now that's enough. Contentment with it to a certain degree, but there was always kind of a certain amount of sadness, even though with the purple we see that you had a huge crown chakra energy. So it was definitely one that was spiritually advanced. You know, as far as connecting spiritually in the guides, you did help people. And you did have people that definitely came to love you and have community around you, but it wasn't a lifetime of wealth, and it wasn't a lifetime of like having a bunch of children or anything of that sort. I do see you very connected to nature as well in that one. And I do see that before you passed on, you did pass along, or not necessarily pass along, but you did help a few other people cultivate their gifts as well, who also have been kind of ostracized and were able to find you. And so for you, that was kind of, for that lifetime, that was your way of continuing your lineage in a way, and kind of staying around through memory and through supporting other people's healing journeys. So kind of like this adoptive kind of energy, slightly, not in a traditional family sense, but you know, kind of in a priestesshood kind of sense. Yeah. So you definitely have a ton of wisdom to channel from that lifetime. Probably why you really wanted to have them, because you didn't have them. Yes, that would make sense. That would definitely make sense. That's why it's so good to know our like astrology and our chart, and to connect with past lifetimes, because we can understand then, you know, why something's so important to us, and why to some people they're like, no, like that doesn't matter to me. I've already done all that. Hi, thy lady wolf, Northern Lights. Okay. Let's see who was next. Okay, we have Desire. What advice do my ancestors or guides have regarding my spiritual gift growth? I was told I have multiple gifts, but I think I'm only open to one. Okay, awesome. So, Desire, ancestors and guides, what would you like to, what advice would you like to give regarding spiritual gifts and growth? Okay, I'm definitely getting clear audience. So the ability to hear the spiritual world, like even audibly, not just in the mind's eye. Okay. We have the Sun reversed. We have the Hermit reversed. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, Four of Swords reversed. I'm shuffling every which way, but the Four of Swords reversed and the Seven of Pentacles reversed are keeping us keep coming out, and the Three of Pentacles. Okay, we have the King of Swords up here. So you have a big tie, yes, to the spiritual world. You also have a very strong, usually for me, the King of Swords is guides more so than ancestors. Not to say that they're not strong, but I feel like you have one guide who's like always in your ear, very connected, always has something to say about something that's happening. And so they're kind of coming forward. I saw the Ace of Swords pop out as I was shuffling to communicate to you about this. Excuse me, need a little drink of tea here. So I'm definitely seeing physical body work, doing what would be considered body work in the spiritual world on people's anything from on the more intense end, which I don't see you doing too often, could be things like spirit release, exorcism, some people would call it, adding good energies, removing negative energies from people's bodies, things of that nature. I'm seeing deep ceremony happening. Whatever is your tradition, that would make sense. But when you go into a deep ceremony and then you kind of reemerge from that, having connected the spiritual world, sometimes those are through plant ceremonies, sweat ceremonies. There's so many different types of ceremonies depending on your spiritual lineage, but those kind of things is something that you could be someone who grows to be the host, the main person, the person who leads others. Here we have the drummer. So the drum calls in spirits. The drum leads people into their spiritual states, right? To go into the spiritual realm, to connect, to do deep healing. So I see those gifts here. I'm also getting the feeling too of okay, and some healing rites, a way of removing energy from people's body is the healer, sucks that energy in themselves and then they have to release it and they might even throw up. So I'd be very careful about until you learn how to manage your energy. It's not the same as like being a psychic vampire, but you do have the ability to take someone's energy from their body, to pull it into yours and then to release it for them, almost like I'm not sorry, I just noticed I'm not over here on the chat. Yes, and so it'd be good if you learn how to regulate that, because it's a different element than just channeling in energy, because this is pulling it into your physical body and then needing to release it. Some people get good with pulling in, like maybe they'll pull it in through their left hand and release it through their right hand, and they'll put it into an object or something like that, or give it back to the fire. So it really depends on your tradition. So it's kind of hard to read it or explain it in this way, but to find what are your traditions, and usually going back to our ancestral heritage and lineage is the most powerful and quickest way to reconnect with our powers and to find systems that allow us to embrace our gifts in the best way. Yes, the ability to do that. So you might feel like it might be difficult for you to hold certain items, or if you're not aware and you're buying certain items, even ones that are used, or if you're just around certain people, or if you're placing hands, hugging certain people. That's why you'll meet certain people and they won't just like shake hands with anybody, or they won't like just touch hands and exchange gifts, or just exchange things or receive things from people, because some people are just super heightened sensitive to that. that energy exchange. And so you'll probably, the more and more spiritually open that you get, notice that about yourself. So it's very important to realize so that you can release that energy from yourself when you do take it, because you're like, okay, they're feeling great now, but I feel horrible. But it's different than just like the empath way that people say it. But yes, you have the ability to kind of help others walk into the spiritual realm or open up that sacred healing space for them. So as you get more and more versed in your spiritual gifts, especially if you were to initiate or to study under an elder who does those kind of things, that leads ceremony, that would be something that you would really be able to hold space for. So basically, I see you being able to help people get at rest in areas where they don't have rest and where they don't have peace, or where they are carrying grief or sadness, things of that nature. You can help them get to the point ceremonially where they can release those things and then heal them, help feel that energy in a good way. Yeah, because on here they're even releasing deep things. So this is very traditional. This is very traditional ceremonial stuff. This is not like kind of that more like new age stuff, or just like the more I mean, I'm gonna say it, more shallow, like appropriated aspects where people think they're doing shamanic work and they're not. This is like roots, really, really having those ceremonies that were before all of this colonization and before it was so prevalent to ignore kind of those deeper concerns. So you might be end up working spiritually with people who have very big, I don't, like, it could even be people that have like addictions or who have been through abuse or very intense things that you would go into deep ceremony for, to help heal in those areas. Yeah. So you got some, or the Hermit, the Nine of Hermit. I always do that with the Hermit. I think because the staff looks like a wand, so I start saying Nine of Wands and then I say Nine of Hermit. You'd have to find your elder, and I think your spirit guides and ancestors will help you when you're ready to find that. Yeah, they're saying when you're ready, the Strength card there, because that's the shamanic medicine of Strength card. So when you're ready. Last year, psychic told you you'd be doing something with your hands in Africa. My goal is to go there to learn the indigenous spiritual practices and become a medicine woman. I quit medical school. That makes sense. That totally makes sense with what I'm seeing. Absolutely. Wow. Okay. So I see Jasmine just paid and did a question, but I know we had a long line ahead of that. Was there anyone else that we still needed to get to that did not have theirs answered earlier in the broadcast? Let me know, and if not, then we'll go ahead and answer Jasmine's now, and I will do the reading for Kimberly in case she checks it later before we get off. Please like the video if you haven't already. Thank you for coming in and watching. Okay, I'm feeling to take a little energy break between the readings, so let me show you some of the items that we got from Ancient Cosmetics. Like I said, that we got. It's for all of us. So I did get the Gentle Herbal Yoni Bar. This is amazing. I cut off a slice to use it because then you don't waste your whole bar getting all wet in the shower. Ingredients: shea butter, coconut oil, olive oil, oregano, basil, thyme, rosemary, apple cider vinegar, which is huge because that's why it's pH balancing, sweet almond oil. Yes, you can still send in a question, absolutely. Okay, so this is what the bar looks like. Comes like this. It has chamomile on top. It has like just its own really unique smell. I'm trying not to like breathe the chamomile down my nose. It smells good. It's like a very slightly fruity, very subtle. Like you have to really get close to smell it. And it smells like, if you have a super nose like I do, you can smell that there's apple cider vinegar, but it doesn't smell vinegary. It's a very blend of scent together, and you can barely tell. So I cut off like a little, rinse the first layer so that I wouldn't get any of those little flowers in my business. But I used that. Yes, the link is in the description box. Ancient Cosmetics, the website for Ancient Cosmetics has a Z on the end instead of an S. but their marketing has an S. You can follow them on Instagram as well. This is the small was pure rose water. This is the best rose water I've had. So their African black soap and their rose water are the best of any company that I've used. And I'm very picky about rose water. I usually just get this kind that comes from it's like in like the Indian restaurant, and I think they import it from like the Middle East, and it's the only kind that I use. This is better. It's so good. You can use it as a way to set your makeup. It's a natural toner that isn't drying, because I hate drying things. So all natural, preservative free, alcohol free, and it's just 100% rose water. Where does it say it? Ingredients: pure rose water. It's a light mist. They have a good mister on this. And the other one, this is just their sample. So they're very generous with their samples. Today they gave away 4-ounce body scrubs. So those turmeric, the lemon turmeric scrub that I showed in that container, that was a sample size. And today I had purchased the full size. So it's really good. After I did my scrubs, put on my shea butter, I spritzed my whole body with this rose water, and then I put the rose hip oil on my face. So if you've been watching all of the Ancient Cosmetic hauls, you would see all the stuff that I have. But yeah, a lot of it is, freebies that I got like that they're very generous with. So I replenished my mocha coconut. This is a firming coffee scrub, ground coffee, brown sugar, pure cane sugar, coconut oil, and grapeseed oil. And so I used it today. I did 2 body scrubs, and that it only took that much. And I'm generous with things. I got Taurus in my chart. Okay, we're gonna use it, and it smells good. It smells like a coffee, kind of like a sweet little salty smell. And it's so cute. It has when it was made, an expiration date, so it lasts 6 months. I also got some more Healthy Glow turmeric body scrub. And this is the full size. So the other ones I had been freebies. And this has pure cane sugar, avocado oil, frankincense essential oil, lemon essential oil, turmeric powder, lucidial liquid radish root ferment. And this is good for balancing your skin tone. And it does really make you glow. Like, seriously, I guess I should leave these up here. I'm like putting them to the side. So if you guys are like, what did Hemi get? I love their lip scrub. So I've used their peaches and their peachy kisses and their cookie dough lip scrub. Love those. The eczema cream is amazing. That's what I got. That's what we use on Baby Magic, and it has geranium and calendula. Their stretch mark butter is good. And today I'm so excited. I got this matcha green tea face scrub. It is soft enough to use on your face, and if it feels even at all scratchy, which is very fine, you just add a little water, and I do it when I'm in the shower. They call it Ancient Cosmetics, Ancient Methods for Modern Skin. I love it. Sorry, I have some of it on the thing. This smells like gummy bears in a good way, without the stinky lime one. I don't like the lime gummy bear, but in an adult, healthy, natural cosmetics way. It's so good. I love the Yoni bar. I love the Yoni bar. It was cleansing. It wasn't irritating. I used it under my arms because it's good anywhere you use pH. You need pH balance. You don't have to have a Yoni to use it, okay? You could use it if you just need to balance body odor, because apple cider vinegar will help with that and the herbs that they have in it. But it is soft enough and pure enough to use in the areas like the yoni, and it was amazing. Literally no residual. I had a funky mom day. You know how those funky mom days go, where you're like, if I don't get in the shower, I don't even know what spilled on me. And then I went for a little walk and got the mail, which is a block down, and it was so hot, so I came back feeling all gross into the house, and I felt so clean after the bath. I did the African black soap, which is amazing from them. And I even washed my hair out with that today. And then I did the mocha coconut body scrub on my body. I did this matcha green tea on my face. And then when I got out of the shower, I did the stretch mark butter body shea butter cream that they have. And I did the pure rose water mist on my body. And then I put the I use so much of their products, but they're so good. And then I did the rosehip oil on my face, which is good. It's very evening because I've not been feeling well. I was like, you know, when sometimes you're like, oh, my skin looking gray, is looking green. I don't feel cute right now. I was not feeling cute, y'all. I wasn't. I'm going to be honest. Like, let's keep it 100. I was not feeling cute. So on, yes, my arm, under my arms and my yoni, I use the yoni bar. Everywhere else, I use the black soap. But yes, you're not even a mom. Yes, that's how I was just feeling like, get it together. And so I did that. I put the argan oil in my hair. And I even put that they had accidentally sent me that ingrown hair oil. So I put a little of that dab on the thighs, or like Home Alone when he does his cheeks. We gotta keep it smooth. It's juicy season out here. Keep the thighs smooth. Thick thighs save lives, but sometimes they get those little bumps. Okay, let's keep it real. So yes, I got all plumped up from everything, and it's not like you have to use all these products. It's not like when you use expensive products and they're messing up your body, so you have to use 37 different ones. It's just that they do formulate them so that they have ones that are super good at particular things, and so you can trust that if they say this is good for the face, they're not just selling you, oh, we want to sell you a face and a body. Like, it is cultivated towards that. So the matcha green tea has fine cane sugar, matcha green tea powder, grapeseed oil, chamomile essential oil, and sorry, the door was shaking for some reason. I was like, what? Orange essential oil and lucidial liquid radish root ferment. My neighbors must be doing something. Yes, so I don't know if I showed you the close-up. I did my face twice, and this was so good because after I scrubbed my face and I was sitting there in the shower like, okay, let me just take a minute to breathe. Baby's actually asleep. I get the shower to myself. Okay. Hallelujah. Then I was like, I noticed that it had some stuff come out of my face. And I mean, I buff my skin all the time. I had just done what was it, activated charcoal nose strip thing a couple days ago. But I was like, wow, it really got some other stuff out my face. So I did a second round to clean up. And yes, so that is 2 uses, and it's like barely a dent. So this is a black owned company, a family entrepreneur business. They started it for their child's skin. It's definitely worth it. So I support them. Their products are amazing. And that's what we got. I just want to smell this one more time because it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. I love it. So definitely use it. Let me know if you try anything. I know Nath Hughes has done some review on some things, and we're always letting each other know when they're having like buy one get a free one kind of days and stuff today, like today. Yes, you're ordering some stuff right now. Yes, I also love their hibiscus face mask. I do wish it wasn't green clay because I don't have oily skin, so I don't need it so drying, but I do like that as well. Okay, thank you for your patience. Some people are like, where's my reading? Let me get into your reading. Oh, there's still more. There was more chat that just popped up here. I didn't even see that. You guys definitely be letting you know they're in the apartment. Good. You're so I'm seeing that, at least on my screen, it went off. Can y'all hear me okay? It went off on my screen for a moment. I'm gonna make sure if you can hear and see me before I continue. You can hear me now. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm feeling really good on this new moon, though. I think the days up to it were a little bit crazy. The dark moon. Okay, we have Knight of Cups. You can see in here, perfect. 3 of Cups, both reversed. 3 of Wands reversed. We have the 5 of Wands and the Page of Cups, the Sun card. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant reversed. So yes, I would say they definitely want you to do more with them. They understand, they're acknowledging that you're young and that you're trying as far as, you know, in the spirit connection there with the Page of Cups, but they're like, we need more. They need to be more involved in your life. I feel like they want to have an even more personal relationship with you and kind of walk with you even more intensely. There could be certain sides of them that you're still afraid of, which comes from, when what we deal with as the younger generations trying to reclaim and refine everything that's been lost a lot of times in our spiritual heritage and our physical heritage with the Hierophant reversed here. So there's still a lot that they feel like you don't understand or that you're not as spiritually open to the ways that they would like to work and communicate. So I would suggest having an altar. Here she is offering food and drink there to the sun, and I mean this is perfect, and you see the spirits gathering to come and partake, and it's the sun card, it's a happy card, it's a good thing. So there could be right here the Five of Wands. I just want to say the Five of Wands shows opposing opinions, and in the story what happened is he wasn't getting like the respect that he deserved. Here, I'm gonna actually pull the book and show you right now. And so what he did is he allowed a little bit of discord to come in. I want to say it right. So they're like, just be quiet for a second and pull it up. Okay, okay. So it's siren over there going. Okay. Okay, it can show strife and conflict. So it says, Alegua was frustrated with the people of a town who stopped paying him respect. So it says, as often the situation in times of ease, people neglect spirit. So he painted half of himself red, half of himself black, and walked down the main street. On the left, people said, look at the strange red person. And on the other side, people said, are you blind? That person's painted black all over. And so they started arguing. So then he turned and walked back down the street. And so the other people saw the other side. The people who thought he was red saw the side that was black, and the people who thought he was red, black saw the side that was red. But instead of correcting themselves, they just kept arguing. And so this to me is just like talking about applying it to modern times, how there's so much stigma about, oh, this is wrong, this is black magic, this is bad spiritual work, this. With the Hierophant reverse, there's that decolonizing that has to happen when we need to just straight go to our ancestors in the first place and say, you teach us our roots, you lead me in the way to what is right or what is wrong. And I don't need to be spending time asking people who don't even appreciate the heritage and roots that I come from or don't even know what they're talking about. You said you don't know what to start, how to do it right. How do I know what to give them? Yes, it's overwhelming. Yes, so I would start. Yes, you're going to be right after Ryan, Jasmine. Yep, I saw it. Yeah, so I would start. It's always good to start just with water and a candle, and start and let them know, because you'll feel it. It doesn't make sense sometimes to people until you work and alter. You will feel the connection. You will know when something's supposed to be there, when it's not. They'll let you know. Sometimes like the candle won't light. Sometimes it's a physical feeling. Sometimes if you put a certain food and they don't like it, it'll rot very quickly. And sometimes you'll put like June 7th, I think, I put flowers for my ancestor, like $5 bouquet from the grocery store, but they're so pretty. And baby and I always get ourselves flowers, and I got one for the ancestors. It's still good. That bouquet is still fresh sitting there. It's only barely now showing signs that it's, aging a bit. So that space, it really is sacred space. And when you take that out for your ancestors, they commune with you. It gives them the energy to come and connect in the physical world. They'll start bringing in people who can help you and support you on that. So I would just start there, just a candle, some water, and if you have any pictures, if not, things that represent your ancestral heritage to you, you can put them there, or you can just start there with just water and a candle and hold that space for them. But they want to walk more intensely with you, and they want to start revealing your true spiritual heritage to you. Okay? And they're definitely saying, don't listen to these people. If they don't respect where you come from, don't be listening to them about what is right and wrong in magic and spiritual workings. Okay? All right. Hi, Mary J. Good to question again. Okay, so we have Jasmine, then we have Bia, then we have Mary J. Okay. You're so welcome. Okay, what past life karma is affecting Jasmine now? What past life karma is affecting Jasmine now? What past life karma is affecting Jasmine now? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Chariot card. We have the Emperor reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Star card. The Eight of Cups. And we have the Seven of Swords reversed. I actually got a really good feeling when I was shuffling your cards. Like my heart chakra just lit up. I felt a sense of pride. I see you really having anarchist energy in the past life that is connecting to now. We have the Knight of Swords with the Chariot. Look, it just does not want to stay. With the Chariot card. And so that's just moving full steam ahead. Like when you knew what your goal was, what your viewpoint was, what you needed to accomplish, full steam ahead, and you just plowed over that emperor, whoever was in that place of high power that shouldn't be, like bam, you took them out. You really mobilized your energy spiritually and mentally too as well. The elephants here can be symbols of ancestors. We have the jaguar here, which is symbol of spiritual power and strength. We have the strength of the mind here with the Knight of Swords, and we have the Emperor tumbling. Now, I do see there could be a little bit of karma where in doing so, you might have trodden over other people. It's very Aquarian. Sometimes Aquarius is like, if the greater cause is going to be fine, then it's okay if a few people who might be innocent bystanders get hurt. So you might have that now where you have a hesitancy sometimes to just go and like smash the patriarchy or whoever, because you're not sure how it's going to affect smaller aspects of the situation. And that's with this Nine of Pentacles. So for instance, maybe you took out the main person who was ruling that land and you mobilized and you guys really fought. I feel like you had a beautiful strong network here with the Star card. Very Aquarian energy here. And we have the Seven of Swords reversed. That anarchist, you were the one doing kind of the sneak stuff, but it was in a good way for a cause. But with the Nine of Pentacles, maybe like some farmers suffered, or there was like finances that afterwards weren't evenly distributed the way they should have been for all people. There were some people who got kind of left out of the loop. And with the Eight of Cups up here, I feel like you want to move forward in a better way, to be a little bit more conscious of how you make your moves in this lifetime. You're like, okay, like we did the damn thing. Let's be clear. We did the damn thing. But how can we be more community oriented doing so now? And not just only focus on that one goal, but how can we expand and make sure, yes, we had a revolution, we toppled this government who was awful, but how can we make sure that we're strong and secure as a people, throughout that process and afterwards? Because after falls of power, there can be a lot of scrambling. And a lot of times that's when, that's kind of what Western countries do. They go to stabilize other countries and then they move in and set up their power during those times of destabilization, right? And so things like that occur. So I think you had a very, very smart, like political mindset, very much like that whole, okay, let's sneak the Trojan horse in and kind of vibe. Like, we're gonna bring this person down. Oh, the chat is behind again. So yeah, I would definitely use those gifts. There's a reason that you're here. I think a lot of people, there's a reason you're on my channel. We're called Divine Rebels. I think a lot of people, a lot of souls that have come in during this time for such a time as this, right? They're people who can fight against these governments and entities and rulers who are very shitty, and get some work done. But also here is like, remember to be for the people and for the culture as well, and protect others so that they don't get downtrodden in the process. So overall, I feel a pretty good karma that you have, that's there, this kind of guiding star that is there. Just that reminder that you might have people that you meet face to face in little ways that you're like, man, why did I have to help them so much? That was weird. I had to help them move their whole house, or I ended up giving them some kind of like money or loan or something. And they could have been the people that you didn't pay attention to, that face to face connect in that past life. Yes, you still carry a lot of that energy with you. I'm a rebel and the black sheep of my family. That makes sense. That makes sense. You know how, hey, we need you right now. Look at that. Look, spying about to break in and free what's ever locked away in that little center there, okay? Shoot, that's exactly what we need. Right? About to take on that elephant with the jaguar, with the panther, okay? Yes, there is a reason you are here right now. I love it. Okay, I just want to see a little bit more. This deck does have very unique meanings. That's why for some of these, I will just make sure that I'm not missing any deeper spiritual qualities specific to it. Yes. Okay, yeah. So this one's saying we have to remember that to kind of keep things in different spaces. Like, it's kind of like that whole don't mix politics and spirituality. Like, yes, morals are meant to be everywhere, but to me, I get the feeling just because you're a spiritual person doesn't mean that you don't go and be a rough rider, you know, that you don't go out there and do tough things, but to keep it balanced enough so that you don't get too much in one of those categories, right? So we talk about people get so spiritual that they don't even care what's going on this planet, and they spiritually bypass, or people that get so into just trying to rule this world that they don't give a care about spirituality. So that's just a reminder with the Eight of Cups, care about both. And you're someone who can do both. You're someone who's meant to do both. That Knight of Swords, that Gemini energy, you have the ability to walk in both worlds simultaneously, but in a good way, in a unified way within your mind and spirit, that mind and heart connection. So Spirit's really encouraging you to do so. So you are meant to speak out. You are meant to take action. You are meant to be a leader and to take initiative and to mobilize people to go out there. But don't forget that community aspect as you do so. Kind of like Black Panthers. They went for change, but they were very community oriented, right? That's where we got all the inspiration for like WIC and systems like that now in the US for the government was from Black Panthers. All right. Yes. So we have Bia and then we have Mary J. You're so welcome. Thank you coming through. We need you on the earth, definitely. For Bia, energetic checkup on the relationship. My fiance started meditating and appears to be awakening now. I love that. I remember in one reading a while back, we saw that they were going to. So I love it, love it. That's beautiful. Energetic checkup on Bia's relationship. Energetic checkup on Bia's relationship. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, I don't know why my chat keeps not going all the way down. Okay, perfect, Mary J. Go ahead and change your question. We have the Five of Cups reverse. Oh, I love that so much. The Hanged Man, that meditation. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. The Three of Cups. We have the Five of Wands reversed. And the Three of Swords reversed. This is beautiful energy. This is so good. I'm so happy to see this for you. It is doing wonders that your fiance is waking up spiritually. And I really hope they would, because this Hanged Man card is talking about when somebody is marked by the spirits for initiation way before they're ready for it. But the spirits like can't wait, and they're like, this person is going to be a priestess. Bam, we're letting you know now. We're not waiting down the road. We're letting you know now. So community, you need to be supportive and help this person get to that place, because that's where we're taking them. So it is so important to hold space for your fiance. I'm seeing grief and sadness and so many of those things that we had seen in readings start to be released and processed for them. We have heartbreak being released. Your fiance starting to feel more unified. With the Five of Wands reversed, Spirit saying that basically your fiance is not fighting them anymore and not being so scared of them, and not internally like trying to debate it. Every time they hear something spiritual, they're starting to be harmonious and pay respect to Spirit, which is beautiful, to blossom and connect spiritually. So it's so beautiful. The Three of Cups scares you. It's not third party. No, because the Three of Swords reversed, I don't see this as third party at all. I see this as you guys inviting the divine to be in your relationship, inviting, spiritual forces to be a part of your life and to be more fulfilled. And I see your partner as finally giving respect to you. Actually, this is about giving spiritual respect and hierarchy to others. So them basically being like, damn, like I was giving you a hard time sometimes and not, at least internally, like not trusting all the time what you were saying and doing. But look at here, like you were right. And I'm starting to catch on to that. And I'm starting to peep what you were saying and understand. So even though it doesn't always make sense to them, and they don't always know how to implement it into their life, and it might be kind of contrary to how they were raised and stuff and not how they had always seen raising their family and things, they are starting to really open up and get more curious and want to be more connected to a spiritual lifestyle. Oh, it's a miracle how you've blossomed. Won't spirit do it? Yes, that's the energy there. I see they still need to connect to their ancestors, and they still have more connection to make of how to translate what they are seeing and what's going on with them into the physical world. But this is a really good energy. Yeah. So I don't see them as wanting to rush into big decisions as far as family planning and stuff yet, because they are in the middle of this awakening, and that can make you feel like a newborn babe yourself. So you might have to just hold some patience for them. If you're like, okay, I want to go have kids, what's our timeline, all of that, they're going to kind of get very nebulous about those things because they're going to go through this birthing of themselves and this spiritual connection. But so spirit's like, don't stress that too much right now. Grow the energy field of love that you guys have between each other and learn to share that with others. So again, not being afraid of having other people connected to your relationships, but being able to have friends that you both have and community energy. So you're going to grow that love bubble more and more so that you can encompass and feel safe within these other zones of your life and not feel like you're going to lose each other as you each get spiritually stronger. I'm really eager for him to appear as his higher self, but I know I can't rush it. Yes, exactly. He's going to come to it himself, and he's open. So it's just important that, see that protective bubble, that he stays in a place where he's able to stay open and kind of ease into things is a good way to do. But this is beautiful, beautiful, especially for someone who was carrying so much pain and was so closed down. So I'm very happy to see that. Yay, congratulations. Oop. You're so welcome. Sorry, I knocked a few cards under here. Okay. Okay, for Mary J, let's help identify Mary J's calling. 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 Okay. They're like, this is it. All right. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Cups again. We have the King of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Cups. Look at all these kings reversed up top. And we have the Ten of Swords at the bottom. Okay. Mind, body, soul is very important for you. That's your holy trifecta to really focus on. Your spirit wants to learn to be at peace, to be the center, the complete, like utter center of just calm in the storm, no matter what happens. I feel like that was an actual goal that your spirit discussed when coming in to incarnate, is I want to learn how to always be at peace throughout all forms that I take, no matter how I incarnate, what realm I'm in, what's going on. I want to know how to be this, I want to rely on myself like that and be able to understand, not that you don't have emotions and that you're monotone like a Stepford wife or something, but that you just have the ability to have that calm in yourself, that gut calm, no matter what's going on, that you have a centeredness with yourself, and that you always know who you are while still completely loving and embracing the physical realm in your life and your body, while still completely loving and embracing your mental space and that being a superpower of yours, while still being able to reconnect with others. I feel like in past lives, you might have had ones where you were very solitary. I'm even seeing past lives where you were like imprisoned or like held away from humanity, from others. And so it might be overwhelming for you sometimes to just be around people, to have everything going on. And you might compartmentalize your life. Like, okay, when I'm spiritual, I can't really keep up on like body and business and finances and bills, or when I'm political, then I can't, and communicative and I'm communicating to everyone, I can't keep up on my spiritual stuff. Like, it might be hard for you to kind of keep all of those hats spinning simultaneously. You might feel like they don't belong to the same existence. And so part of your big thing here is to unify all of those and to be able to, I'm seeing you being involved in the community, to be able to stay active, connecting with others. And I do see a lot of giving back. I feel like spirit really wants to touch people through you, but a lot of it is going to be by being known in your community. But you're the person that would give the inspirational words and speeches and stories and insight. You'll be the one who can physically help rebuild or repair, bring food, bring events to the community to help revitalize it. The Four of Pentacles, this lifetime for you to feel fulfilled is not about you amassing wealth. Now the King of Pentacles is there, so you're going to be set, but it's not about let me save, let me save, let me save so that I, fill this void that maybe in the past life. Like, sometimes I see people's chart that in the past life they've had many past lives of pure poverty, and so they come in to learn how to gain a lot in the physical realm. That's not true for all rich people, but for some. But that's not the case here. You have the ability to be very stable in mind, body, and soul. Just doing it all simultaneously is the goal. So I see you getting, King of Pentacles. I mean, he's set. He's doing really well. And then turning around and making sure to also put it back into others, to plant seeds and nurturing work with others. This is like looking like a worm here. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but the idea that you're not going to take it with you, leave things behind. What is the trail that you leave behind to others? And I feel like the richness that your soul craves is through what you do for your community. That explains why I don't do well with trouble. I'm always trying to extinguish the fire. Yes, yes, I see you big. I'm even seeing like natural disasters or something happens in the community that, people were hurt or there was a fire, things like that. You being able to, like, you have the presence that you could be like, hey, community, let's pay attention. We're going to do a GoFundMe. Everybody cook a meal. We're going to show up to this family's house and take care of them. And you really lead by example. And I keep hearing Kaepernick in my head over and over and over. They're like, will you just say it? Right? So that he's like, does the Know Your Rights camp, or like LeBron James started a school and where he grew up, to give a whole different, it's like an academy, right? And they're like very much like community oriented there. He wanted more than just a school, okay, here's knowledge. He wanted a whole culture of support for the children. And that's what I see. You have the ability to help people that have been through devastating things, like how are they still alive, things. So you might work with refugees. You might work with neighborhoods that are completely battle torn and war torn. You might work with people who came out of jail or out of the negative sides of the justice system. You could work with people who have disability, who have experienced houselessness and lost their homes or families. Like, you have a huge ability to just bring love and peace and nurturing in places of the world that other people won't even look at, and where people think that they're invisible, and to see them and to provide them life and community and love. And it's very beautiful. You always come to the rescue. Yes. Yes. And that's your spirit. Your spirit's meant to. So you don't have to worry so much about Your spirit's not worried. Not that you're not supposed to be misused, but your spirit is coming for a lifetime where you want to so-called overgive. That's what I'm seeing from spirit. You want to just pour out giving. You want to just pour out love. I feel like if you ran a company, you'd want some of it to be just for, like, Paul Newman's all proceeds to charity. You're going to be taken care of. So you still take care of yourself as you go, your mind, body, spirit. But when you do that, you're going to have the ability to touch so many people. You often turn your home into a homeless shelter. That makes sense. Yes, I love reading for y'all. Y'all have such beautiful spirits and beautiful souls coming in to do so much good, and I love it so much. Yes. All right, that one was going in deep. I was like, how long? How long were we in that energy? But it's a beautiful vibe. Okay, who's next? Do we have another one already slated, or are we caught up? Let me know. I will also do Kimberly's before we pop off of the live. Anyone else that was, and I'll probably come on later tonight unless unless I do an inadvertent mama crash again. Yes, all right. So I'm going to do a look. So this will be for Kimberly's. I'm trying to see how long I've been live so I can timestamp it for her. Oh, 111 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. 111 minutes in will be Kimberly's reading. Just so when she gets off of work or wherever, she can see it. Okay. How awesome. Perfect. 111. So Kimberly, I have your chart here, and you wanted a reading to see how Cancer and Leo season would affect your chart. Now I see that you are a Leo. I'm using the chart you provided with an Aries moon and an Aries Saturn conjunct that. Yes, so cardinal season, major, big. Let me see where, oh, your relationships. Okay, your relationships are about to not be the same as they've been in eons. Your relationship house is going to have a new moon in Cancer in it. There's going to be 2 new moons this month. So for those of you who don't know, so blue moon, you've heard of a blue moon. Blue moon is when 2 full moons fall into the same calendar month. A black moon, which is super cool, is when 2 new moons fall in the same calendar month. So this July is a new moon month. Yes, so you're going to have a solar eclipse here and a new moon in your relationship house. And I see you have a Mars in Cancer as well. Let me check your Capricorn axis. You have a Jupiter in Capricorn and then no planets in Libra. Okay. And do you have your North Node listed? You don't have your North Node listed on this chart that you sent me. Okay. So yes, this is going to be a big season for you because it's hitting all your cardinal planets. I would expect to have a lot of emotional things come up. Absolutely. Not just because it's Cancer season in general, but because it's going to be hitting your relationship house, which is going to trigger your Jupiter and Capricorn in the first. So it's also going to be triggering thoughts of your self-expression, your appearance into the outside world. You have South Node, Pluto, and Saturn all in Capricorn in your first house right now. So you might really go through wanting to revamp your look, changing up your look, really analyzing what you're saying to the world through your look, and really bouncing back to your 7th house, seeing how that fits your relationships, who you're calling in to be your partner. Oh, just one moment, the baby. I'll get right back to your reading. Okay, we're back. Baby Magic is up. I think she got taller, you guys. You always know when she's in here because she is such a tripod. I think she is taller. Thank you so much, Mary J. Thank you so much. Love back. You're in trouble, Christina. What's happening? So I'm gonna call it. Nobody else send in payments. I'll try to go in later, but baby is up. She's having a little baby snack, but I'm gonna finish Kimberly's and then we're gonna pop off. Three degrees and 33 minutes in Virgo. That's awesome. Yes, so with your chart. So what's happening is your personal appearance and the energy of what you're calling in, and like this deep psychological analysis that you're having of self is being a mirror to your relationship house. And so you're going to see that back and forth if you're having to dramatically release people that have been in close partnerships to you, not just romantically, but even others that you've really had any codependency with or really tight bonds. It could be family because Cancer in your seventh house. Even with enemies, with Mars there, it could be like people that you've just identified yourself in relationship to them. It's going to be the new moon there is going to help you bring in very powerful, good relationships as backed up by the solar eclipse that are going to be ready for 2007. Nothing was the same. Like I've never been with another person like that and I'm happy about it. Or I have this big transformation, or, you know, I remember Rihanna talking about how getting more power in her career. She just wanted her own look, her own thing. And she's like, no, I would never go back to that. So you might have some of these vibes like that with your own personal style and with your relationships where you're like, no, I'll never go back to that old stuff anymore. Like I'm done with that. This will touch on family things a lot because it's a lot of this stuff going on is squaring. I was trying to say squaring and I said scaring. So it might be scaring you too. Your moon in the fourth house here in the sign of Aries. And with Saturn, it's a really good time for you specifically to do past life work and to release family patterns and trends. You have very intense karmic energy with your family. You could have a family that in past lives you guys were enemies a lot, and you were like, man, this is so much karma. How can we fix it? And then your pre-life planner was like, how about you guys be family members? And you guys were like, okay. And now you're like, why the heck did we do that? Like, this is crazy. Why are we family members? And maybe some of those it's turned out beautifully and you have good relationships now, but it could still be a struggle, okay? So all of those things are going to come up where you could have with the Aries moon in the fourth house and the Saturn there, you might have some big fight or flight tendencies in your relationships, especially with the Mars and Cancer. You okay? So my baby has Mars and Scorpio, baby Magic, and she likes to cough dramatically and scare me. And sometimes she'll pretend that, like, not really pretend she's choking, but just like she likes hearing the sound sometimes, and it freaks me out. And then I'll be like, please don't do that unless you're actually choking. And she just will laugh. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you okay? So, but yes, with fight or flight trends in your chart, you might have some challenges to stay and be present moving forward from this time throughout Cancer and Leo season. It's going to become more and more a thing. Like, are you willing to work on relationships? Are you willing to accept stable relationships where more is expected of you and more is expected of your partner, and not kind of just sinking up in the same kind of toxic battles, or like, oh, well, we're competing against the same thing, or we're competing against each other, so we find it entertaining. Oh, because she's touching my body scrubs. And so she must think she's not supposed to because she said, You can touch them. That's okay. They're closed. Yeah, Mama doesn't mind. You can hold them. Thank you, though, for correcting yourself. Yes, now through Leo energy, Leo's going to be good. Your sex life is going to want to really be popping, pop off. It's going to be your season. You might feel like you want to be a little bit more key. It's low key. It's kind of an interesting energy with you having Leo in the house of Scorpio, but you're definitely going to be super attractive to other people. So you might have to beat them off with a stick. It's also a great time for personal finances or shared finances from others. If you need a loan, if you need money from other people, if you need to collect collect money they owe you, okay? It will be a great time for you to ask other people for money and get any funding that you need. Whew, that scared me. Don't touch this, baby. Yes, so I feel like Leo season is going to be great for you. Right now, you have Mercury in the 8th house, so it's still a good time to, before Mercury goes retrograde, to get some money, okay? Yes, get some money. Yeah, so that is what I'm seeing. You hear the baby? Yeah. Supportive messages from Baby Magic. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a healthy time, I think, Leo season for you. So that's what I'm seeing for your reading. Can you tell me about my relationship? I hate asking those questions, but I'm stumped. Oh, let's see. Hi, everyone. You thought you sent one in. Oh, well, Baby Magic comes first. Hello, funny. I turn on the page, and the first thing I hear is 3. The crazy part, all I keep seeing is 333 or 33 or 444. Awesome, Umi. Sending blessings and love. Thank you so much to me and Baby Magic for the rest of the week. Thank you so much. Did you already send it in, Christina? I could do just that last one, and then we'll go. There's 3 people. Your percent is 33%, and there's 3 watching, so there's 333 again. Your mama, yes. I can see the question. I just didn't know if you sent the money. So I can see your question. So since it's right here, I'll do it real quick, and that'll be the last one before we go. Are you having fun? Mama's going to move my keyboard over. I just don't want that to fall because I have it setting up and not on the floor as usual. There we go. That's safer, baby. Okay. Information about Christina's relationship. Insight for Christina's relationship. Oh. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands reversed. Oh, it's all dark outside. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Please hit the like if you haven't hit the like yet. I'd appreciate it. The 8 of Wands. 2 of Wands reversed. Dang, all this fire. King of Pentacles reversed. Sun card. And the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Swords reversed. So I don't know if you guys are... I don't know. I'm seeing tempers that you might be trying to hide that you have tempers. I'm not sure because there's just like this head-to-head that wants to happen. I feel like you guys might ignore things for a long time. And then when you finally admit that something annoys you, you kind of snap at each other. You do have a lot of humor, but I feel like you also use sarcasm to hide a lot that's going on. Is that you? Yes. Yes, come through another time and catch a reading, definitely. I'm going to try to go back on later tonight, like late, probably like midnight or later a little bit. We'll see. It depends on how Baby Magic. Sometimes she's a night owl like me, so it depends on when she goes to bed and if I still have energy. So I might be on like witching hour episodes. Otherwise, I'll try to come back on tomorrow as well. I do have personal reads and a pick a card that I want to film too for the channel. So yeah, so the vibes that I see, yeah, I just see this like, you know what, to be honest, it looks like y'all just need to work it out in the bedroom. Like that's the vibe. That's the vibe, because the sun here is like, y'all can have good energy. You play too much, you have tempers, you blame each other for stuff that's your own fault, and you blame each other for the other dumb stuff the other person does. And you just need to call it quits. Let bygones be bygones. You beat the dead horse. You took the skeleton out of the closet and beat that too. And it's just not going. You guys might just seriously need, look, you know how when you're with like your sibling or something, you just have to roast each other for like all night and get it out. So it's like you're mad at each other, but you also don't want to hate each other forever because it's your siblings. So you just like have this huge roast roast each other session. Like you need some kind of constructive, humorous, lighthearted way. You have like huge I can see that. Yeah, definitely. You could have huge fights. And you guys can kind of re-traumatize each other, and it can be too much. Like everything you hold in though. Exactly. So you have to find a way to let the steam out of the pot instead of waiting for explosions. You have to be honest, both of you need to take more personal responsibility because you project on each other, because you're so used to being mad at each other that you put everything that you're upset on the other person. And you both expect the other person to fix everything and to be responsible for all your irritations, all your frustrations, all your pent up energy. And it's too much. Like, so you both need to take responsibility for your own personal anger and frustration and limitations and all of that, your own sexuality as well, and then come and bring that to each other so that you can more easily say, okay, and then here's what you did that I'm upset with too. But if you, like, sometimes we know, like, it reminds me of old married couples where they're like, instead of just taking out the trash themselves because they don't like the trash in, they're like, nope, but they didn't do it for 3 months, so I'm not gonna do it, and I'm just gonna be madder and madder every day, and I'm just gonna let this trash get bugs, and I'm just gonna have more reason to be mad until they do it, instead of just like doing something that would make themselves pleased, because they actually don't care about taking out the trash. They're just mad because they want the other person to care about taking out the trash. So sometimes there's certain things like that one person just cares about more, or one person just likes to do more, that it's not a big deal. So you have to kind of sift through. Girl, we moved the vacuum from the closet to the laundry room. Look it. I project my world worries on him. Yes. Yes. So things like that. Just, it's like, damn, at a certain point, just buy 2 vacuums. Something, find ways to, with kids, like this is me talking to myself. Baby Magic can get into everything right now, so I need bookshelves in here, and I've been looking, but I haven't found any baby safe ones that work. But there's like, help her be better, because she's just being curious. She just has her own way of doing things. I have my own way of doing things, and sometimes just restructuring things, you help each other not be frustrated at each other. And that's kind of the thing with your relationship. You need some restructuring. You need some personal responsibility. You need to both be responsible for letting off your personal steam. Okay, work it out, something. Because I feel like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of good energy, a lot of playful energy. I don't know if y'all need to wrestle or something, or what, have aggressive game night. But something. It's like, just call it a tie. You don't have to say neither of you wants to lose. Just call a tie or a pause or a draw or something. And, just move on from letting those things piss you off. Just decide, you know what, we're not pissed off about the vacuum anymore. Boring. So last year. So the past 10 years. Something else constructive that we can focus on. And that could really help. All right. You need more playfulness. The spirit says, be more fun, be more playful with each other. Let it go. I was worried my spirituality would get in the way. I don't see that. I think it's just more just trying to control each other. It's the intent behind it, the frustration, both of you want to have your free will and your own wild spirits. And if you guys let that come organically, you'll have a lot to give back to each other in a good way. Yes. Oops, you drop it. It's so loud because we have the wood floors. Yes. So different, and yet at the same time, you guys have a lot of similarities in your energy. Yes. You're welcome. You're so welcome. So I'm going to get off of this reading. And yes, when the video posts, let me know if you guys like the thumbnail. I'm excited about it. I put a new banner on the channel too, if you check that out. And I will talk to you hopefully later tonight again. If not, definitely tomorrow. And I'll be working on personal readings for those of you who are wondering, and the pick a cards. And the pick a cards. All right, bye.